Here's a step-by-step guide on how to completely ruin your life using VR. Step 1. Neglect self-care. Don't worry about your personal hygiene or eating choices. Get straight into VR where your digital avatar is far more important.
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
As VR becomes a more integral part of our daily routines, it's easy to lose sight on the fundamental aspects of self-care. The immersion that VR provides can be so engaging that basic needs such as healthy eating, personal hygiene, and physical activity begin to take a backseat to the virtual experiences. Neglecting self-care while engaging in VR can have several negative consequences. Poor eating habits and lack of physical activity can obviously lead to serious health issues, while neglecting personal hygiene can affect both your self-esteem and social interactions in the real world. The convenience of staying in the virtual realm often overshadows the necessity of caring for one's physical and mental health. Moreover, excessive technology use without attention to self-care can exacerbate feelings of isolation and depression. The escapism that VR offers becomes a double-edged sword when it detracts from the real-world relationships and self-improvement. To counteract these effects, it's essential to develop strategies to integrate self-care into your daily routine. Even for avid VR users like myself, just setting daily reminders for meals, hygiene routines, and physical exercise can help maintain that balance. Step 2. The dark side of social apps. Spend excessive amounts of time in social apps like VR chat. Virtual reality chat rooms have become the new frontier for social interactions, providing a space where people from all corners of the globe can meet, share experiences, and form connections without limitations of physical distance. These platforms offer a unique blend of socialization and entertainment, making it easy to spend hours exploring these virtual worlds, attending events, or simply just chatting with friends. However, the allure of these extended VR chat sessions lie not just in their novelty, but in their ability to absorb users so completely that the passage of time becomes a secondary concern. This immersive quality, while one of VR's greatest strengths, also pose significant risk. And we've seen people rack up thousands upon thousands of hours in game time. But it's not just a time sink. You don't have to stray very far into the Steam review section or forums like Reddit, or even videos on YouTube to see stories of people that have completely lost their way. Getting pulled into drama, racism, surrounded by predatory people, and one user even claiming that this game single-handedly ruined their life. Now, I think for this one, moderation is key. So to mitigate the potential negative impacts of extended VR chat sessions, just take care to maintain balance and spend your time between the virtual and real life interactions. Step 3. The virtual fantasy, VR pornography. And why would you even want to look for a real relationship when you can experience everything you could ever want in VR? VR porn offers an immersive and intimate escape that traditional media just cannot match, drawing users into a world where fantasies and fetishes almost feel tangible. While it does present a technological marvel, the darker side of this escapism reveals significant psychological and social risks. Dr. Andrew Huberman and Jordan Peterson have talked at great lengths on the dangers of pornography abuse. The immersive nature of VR porn can blur the lines between fantasy and reality, potentially warping perception of intimacy and sexual experiences. Now, users may find traditional relationships and real-life interactions lack the intensity and gratifications provided by VR. This leads to dissatisfaction and disconnection from genuine human connections. It can lead to real-world problems like erectile dysfunction, and moreover, the intense immersion can accelerate the path of addictive behaviors, as the brain's dopamine reward system is continuously triggered by hyper-realistic stimuli. Users must critically assess their consumption habits and set boundaries to prevent VR overshadowing from their real-world experiences and connections. Man, there has been a movement online for young males recovering from their pornography and masturbation addiction called NoFap, where they completely abstain from this behavior and essentially count or celebrate each successful day. Step 4. Be an asshole online. Now, because you're starting to feel so unhappy with yourself, it's now important that you take this out on others in your online games. VR gaming can be an incredible way to meet new people and provide a healthy way to engage with your competitive spirit. But a keyboard warrior is nothing new. Since the dawn of the internet, being anonymous online creates this sort of safety net, and people are often complete dickheads online. This includes blaming others, verbal abuse, racism, hate speech, and excessive trolling. Unfortunately, this is the case in VR as well. It seems to present itself worse in the free-to-play games like Gorilla Tag, VR Chat, and Population 1, where there's a high number of Quest kids, which are essentially just young, impressionable kids trying to show off to their friends. But it's really not just kids, it's adults as well. And my advice for this one is just don't. If you feel the need to put others down, then it's definitely time for a break. Racism and hate speech have no place in any reality, including the virtual ones. Step 5. Completely withdraw from society in real life. You're now ready to withdraw from the real world entirely. VR has the power to transport us to any world that we can imagine, offering solace, excitement far from the complexities of life. However, this digital refuge can also become a barrier, subtly encouraging us to withdraw from society and fostering an environment where loneliness flourishes. As we spend more and more time in our virtual spaces, the incentive to engage with real-world activities diminishes. The ease of access to vibrant, engaging communities with a headset can make the effort required to maintain real-life relationships seems daunting by comparison.
Maybe you should stay away from them. It's unhealthy for you to be around unenlightened people anyway.
This shift can lead to a gradual retreat from social activities, hobbies, and even daily responsibilities. And this is known as the loneliness paradox. Ironically, while VR or technology in general aims to connect us across distances, excessive use can isolate users in their own digital bubble. The immersive nature of VR can mask the creeping sense of loneliness that comes from a lack of meaningful, face-to-face interactions or even physical touch. Over time, this isolation can impact mental health, leading to feelings of depression and anxiety. Maintaining a balance, so recognizing the signs of social withdrawal is the first step towards addressing it. Now, one thing that I've done is I really got into VR boxing, so I decided to join a boxing gym in real life. Not only does this allow me to be around people more, but it also has the added benefit of actually learning how to throw a punch. And finally, step 6, let companies control your attention. Now that you're spending all of your time in VR, how about not having any control over what you actually do? Have you ever opened up Instagram or TikTok on your phone and then all of a sudden you look at the time and 2 hours have completely gone down the drain? Well, that's not by accident. Social media and tech giants have absolutely mastered the art of controlling your attention to keep you on the platform as long as possible, with the idea here that you are the product and they can serve you ads for longer. Well, these are the same companies that are heavily investing in VR, and it does make me slightly worried of the future we're heading to. Imagine in 2, 5, maybe 10 years' time, where AR glasses are as powerful as the current headsets and have replaced our phones entirely. You might get that boredom scratch, so boom, you power on your headset, but every ad you've ever paused on, every post you hesitated with, well, the Apple Vision Pro has multiple cameras watching your eyes. Now, that could be used to collect biometric data that could either provide you an incredibly tailored experience, or be used as a tool to keep you locked into the virtual world as long as possible, so you could be shown more ads and recommended more products. And so the tip here is just to set your VR device up for success. It's important that if we do get to this stage that you set technology up in the right way. So maybe you want to turn off all your social media notifications, or only install apps that help with VR fitness, learning, and of course some fantastic games that bring you value. Now, the aim of this video was not to demonize VR in any way, but to highlight the importance of balance. I personally absolutely love VR. It has helped me get in the best shape of my life, learn a new language, meet people online, and experience worlds like Skyrim's in just ways I never thought would be possible. And if you want to see 5 benefits that VR can bring you, then you could check out this video next.